So hey, how y'all doing? My name is Shakur Walker and this is my channel. I'm ready to jump to this conversation, ready to put my ideas and thoughts out there because I do believe on YouTube there are just so many videos about dating advice, especially aimed toward women. And I don't really see a whole lot of women talking about dating advice to women. You know what I mean? So I just want to give my perspective out there as a woman, put my thoughts out there, my heart out there, just for other single women and single mothers to be encouraged and also to set their lives up in a way they can be prosperous and they can be successful and not just saying, I want this, this, and that in a man, and you don't even show none of those qualities, attributes. So I'm here, down here at my kitchen table, ready to have a real talk. Right behind my kitchen. So I do say, first apologize for any noise you may hear. Cause I don't know if I'm adding sound to this or not, like background music, but I do, I just want to put myself in a nice comfortable spot so we can really be honest and real. So I'm going to start out with this, my standards. First, I just say what I'm looking for just in a spouse for me as a single woman, single mother, and what the standards I set for myself. Because whatever I'm looking for in this man of God, I need to make sure I'm showing in my life. So hopefully, someone get encouraged by this video. So first, I'm looking for a priest, meaning somebody that do know God, have a relationship with him. And my standard that I set for myself is that I need to have a relationship with God by learning how to just study my Bible, learning how to spend time with God. And when I say by learning, just getting in a routine of doing that, because if I follow God, I do need to have a relationship with him. I need to talk with him. And that's the same thing I expect of the man that that desires to be my husband. Because, one thing I find out, this is a lesson I actually learned in real life, that when you have people that are very conflicting in their religion backgrounds, that do end up causing a break within that relationship. Because believe it or not, what we believe in, it does play a role in a relationship. It does play how y'all gonna raise your children and where you're gonna live, what you're gonna do, what politics, y'all gonna be interested in. It plays a whole role up in it. So it's good to just get with someone that's on that same page as you are. If you know that you have a relationship with God, not someone just say, hey, I believe in God, but yet you don't go to church, you don't do anything pertaining to God. I'm talking about somebody that actually has a relationship with him, that's going to church, that understands, that's serving ministry. That's what I want. That's what I desire. So if I desire that, I need to show that. Next, they need to be a provider. I'm sorry. I am not one of those women that's going to take care of a man just to say I have a man. I'm just not one of those women. I'm a single mom. So it's, yes, I thank God for how he blessed me, but yes, it's a hard job. So I'm not trying to be that to another grown man. I'm just not like that. I'm not raising no mama's boy. I'm not even raising my son to be like that. I want him to be responsible and make sure, he goes after things that he won't go after, but not be the type of mom that does every little thing for him. So that's not for me. Mama boys, whole nother topic. But I desire to be with someone that can provide a space for me to grow and be successful and to prosper. And he's pulling out the best out of me. And that's why I need to be for him, pulling out the best out of him. So how I do it for myself, a standard for myself, is that I constantly aim for higher opportunities. I constantly set goals to myself. Because here's the thing. If we're waiting for someone else to do those things for us, it's going to be very frustrating for them because you don't even do it for yourself. You don't even try to apply for a job. I'll say apply for a job at a higher rate. You need to make more money. You can't survive out the little money that you're making now, but yet you're too lazy to go out something else. And you say, oh, let me just find a man, do this, this, and that. So you need to understand that the type of man that you desire, you need to be the type of woman that he needs. Not someone that you're making up in your head, but the one that he needs. So when it comes to that provider, being that provider, just someone to have that space for me to grow. And for me, making sure I'm just, make sure that I am holding myself accountable, things that I'm doing and just going after in life. And next thing, being protector. So, I know, as I said, priest, provider, protector. Protector is making sure that I feel safe around him. And that goes beyond physically safe, but feel safe to be truly me, authentic. Because one of the things that you have to realize when you're in relationship with someone and you come, together as one, you need to make sure that, that you're okay. And I know it's kind of weird me saying this, yeah, I get it, as a single woman. Be okay with sharing your space and sharing your heart. Like, don't be this selfish person. Even sometimes being so closed up, that can be selfish because you're not trying to open up. You're not trying to let this man in. So you need to be in this position that, hey, I can trust you to, well, I would say I trust God. So I trust God that he brought you to my life and I'm able to open myself up to you. Now I'm able to share and talk with you and make sure that, we don't have any secrets between us. So anything I'm dealing with and going through, I can share with my husband. And my husband also be comfortable with sharing it with me. So I make sure that I be a type of person that's understanding. And that's the standard for me, is that I know things I've been through in life, and I don't want to be a type of person that judge everybody. I know things I did. I did some crazy stuff. So I have no room to judge. So I have this certain level of mercy and grace that I try to show people. And like I said, in some cases I still do work with that. But I do try, this is something I want to maintain in my own life, to show that certain level of mercy and grace to people. Like, hey, it's okay. Just say what's up. Whatever it is on your mind, share it with me. I'm able to just make that space and room. And also time is another thing for me. Make sure I make time, because time is something that's very valuable, especially, for some of the single women, we really are career women. So we always busy doing this and that, especially if you're a single mom with a career, you have children and you're trying to, do great in your career, and then you may have business on the side. So to really make sure that I make time, that if I'm going to date somebody, I need to have time for them, to make sure I get to know them and pour all into their relationship. So last two things I want to say is, I do have a son. He's 9-year-old son. And I know I may get some negative comments about this. With single women dating. Single moms dating. Is that this? My child is important. And I have to make sure that he is recognized and he knows that when I, decide to come into a union with another man. And I have to make sure that my child's included in those plans, and make sure that the guy that's with me understand that this is responsibility, that when he's in my home as my husband, he also is a father to my son within his home. Now, for me, I do believe you do need to have a good co-parent relationship. So when you bring someone else in your life, they're not dealing with the extra stress, that y'all are at peace and you can bring them in, everything, starts to work smoothly like this, and y'all talk like adults do. But I know it's not everybody's situation. But I do say this, try to make things peaceful to my single moms. Don't make things hard for this guy. And if you're out there, another guy that want to date a single mom, make sure it's something that you want to do. If you don't want to date nobody, no children, don't do it. Don't do it. And that's no shade or anything like that. Only go into situations you can handle. I believe there are certain men that are grace to go in situations with women that have children. There are graceful situations. But even as a single woman, single mom, I need to make sure that my business is straight, that I am at peace with my son's father. I'm not having no issues. So when I bring another man to my life, that he's not having no drama. I can introduce you to my son's father. This is who he is. My son's father introduce himself to him, and then they can have that relationship built on that. And then honestly, I could probably step back from that, and my husband take care of it because he the head of the household. So, hey, he can help handle that co-parent relationship. Is this another man talk to another man peacefully? So I look at it like that. So the next thing is, make sure this guy is family orientated. If I said that last word right. And for me, for a standard for me, I try to make sure I plan family trips for me and my son, because me and my son is still a family. And I try to make sure I spend time with him, so you don't feel like that I'm this woman that his mom that just too busy to not even take time with my family. Because that was a hard lesson I learned growing up, that I always put school and work in front of him. And especially I was still doing that guilt and shame when he was like really young. And now as I'm older, I'm like, no, this is not something I want to do. I say now I'm older, so I guess I had to grow up too. That it's not something I want to do. So make sure that he's including that. And next for me, having a life partner. And what's the standard I set for myself? That I try to be that woman of God that another man of God would like to marry. I try to make sure I work on me, because I know sometimes women, we think we're the stuff. We're all that in a bag of chips. But it's almost like, you know, sometimes I feel like God had to tell some of us is that, hey, if this is the type of marriage you want to have, you need to bring yourself up, because this man of God is on this level. It's on this level, you can see me, and you're still right here. So bring yourself up. So yeah, it's like that. So hopefully y'all got something out of this video. As a single woman, it's nothing wrong with having standards. Standards are like boundaries to me, that you're not going less than that you're going to maintain that or go higher than that. I'm learning that even in my own career, as I grow my career. If there's a certain amount of money I want to make, I don't need to settle for anything less than that. I need to learn how to speak that up. When I have recruiters call me about contract work, that, hey, this is kind of rare pay I want to get paid, and this is where I want to stand at right here. So I need to learn how to just say maintain that. Nothing wrong with having standards, but make sure that you're maintaining standards in your own life. Don't say you want this guy to do all this and you're not doing none of that, ladies. Come on now, let's be fair. So I hope y'all have a great day. If you enjoyed this video, you can like, share, subscribe, comment. I don't mind hearing your thoughts on this. Go ahead, comment, say what you guys say on your heart. We can converse. That's cool. So y'all have a great day.